Imagine standing on a world no human had ever touched. In 1969, 3 astronauts left Earth on humanity's most daring journey. Millions watched, wondering if they would make history or never return. This is the incredible story of Apollo 11.
The journey to the moon didn't begin with Apollo 11. It began with a fierce battle between two superpowers. This rivalry became known as the space race. Every launch became a symbol of national pride. In the beginning, the Soviet Union took the lead. Each success increased the pressure on the United States. America knew it had to achieve something extraordinary. The answer was bold: land a human on the moon. It sounded impossible. But thousands of scientists and engineers accepted the challenge. Years of preparation led to one historic mission: Apollo 11. Years of planning had led to this single moment. The Saturn V remains one of the most powerful rockets ever built. Inside, 3 astronauts prepared for a journey unlike any before. Commander Neil Armstrong led the mission. Alongside him were Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins. Millions watched the countdown around the world. The final seconds began. Ignition. The giant rocket slowly rose into the sky. Humanity was on its way to the moon. Soon, Earth became smaller with every passing mile. Ahead of them waited an unexplored world. There would be no second chance. The landing was about to begin.
The lunar module Eagle began its final descent toward the moon. Every second mattered as the spacecraft hovered just above the surface. Then came the words Mission Control had been waiting to hear. The Eagle has landed. After a brief pause, Neil Armstrong prepared to leave the spacecraft. Slowly, he climbed down the ladder toward an untouched world. His boot hovered above the grey lunar dust. And with one step, humanity reached the moon. Neil Armstrong stood alone beneath a sky without air, clouds, or sound. Moments later, Buzz Aldrin joined him on the lunar surface. Together, they began exploring a world no human had ever walked. They planted a flag, marking one of the most iconic moments in history. The astronauts also deployed scientific instruments to study the moon. In the reflection of a visor, the entire mission seemed captured in a single image. Around them stretched a silent landscape untouched for billions of years. For the first time in history, humans stood on another world and looked back at Earth. After more than 2 hours on the moon, it was finally time to leave. The lunar module lifted off, leaving behind humanity's first footprints on another world. High above the moon, Michael Collins waited patiently aboard Columbia. The spacecraft successfully reunited in lunar orbit. Together, they began the long journey back to Earth. For days, the crew crossed the silent emptiness of space. Then, Earth's atmosphere welcomed them home. Moments later, parachutes opened high above the Pacific Ocean. The mission ended safely with a splash into the sea. Apollo 11 proved that even the impossible could become reality. Apollo 11 wasn't just a mission to the moon. It was proof that humanity could achieve what once seemed impossible. The courage of 3 astronauts inspired generations of explorers, scientists, and dreamers. More than half a century later, that first step still reminds us how far determination can take us. Because every great journey begins with a single step.